Good morning, good evening. Welcome back to the Hota podcast. And today we will be talking about what I think about the Messi and Ronaldo plans here. So I'm gonna get started here in a second after I get my notes. The first question here I hear asked by everybody is Messi going to play in another World Cup? And um so right now he's 35. He's going to turn 39 during the tournament. So I think that he should maybe give it a shot, but I wouldn't force him to do anything. I wouldn't be mad at him if he chose not to, because I want him to end his World Cup run on a win and not on a loss. So I want him to be remembered through that win. Of course he's gonna be remembered through that win, even if he loses. But still, I wouldn't want him to end his career like that. So that's what I think about Messi and his World Cup run. I think it should be. I think it should be over, because I have some thoughts about Ronaldo, which would present me to want it to be over. Here we go. Okay, so this year, as you know, Ronaldo was kind of as a sub on the bench. He wasn't that big of a role in the World Cup, and he could have played a lot bigger role. And this is why I think that he should participate in the 2026 World Cup, just for a last ditch effort, because he can't get any worse than he already is. So if he wins it, then I want him to win it. So 2026, 2022 would be Messi's. 2026 will be finally Ronaldo's. But not all stories end fairy tale. So I don't know. Maybe he has a chance to win it or not. So that's what I think. That's why Messi, I don't think he should go in there. Because, if Messi goes in there, then that's just one more thing to fight for Ronaldo. So, Okay, so we're going to get to the bid section of this podcast. Starting with the Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, Chile bid in 2030. I think this would be a pretty good bid, and I'm expecting this one to win. Because it's 100 years, of course, and it was in Uruguay, so I'd expect the final to be in Uruguay. And, it would take place mostly during Uruguay and Argentina, and Paraguay and Chile would be kind of like the side. And it would be the most nations, if it is. It would be 4 nations, which would be the most. It was Uruguay, then Uruguay, Argentina, then Paraguay, and Chile. So, I really love this offer, because it brings brings South America into this, which they kind of started the whole tournament in 2030 by hosting the World Cup. So, yeah, that's my take on this bid. Okay, about this bid, the Portugal, Spain, and Ukraine bid, I don't think this would win as much, just because it's not really, there's Portugal and Spain, yeah, but Ukraine, that's a totally different culture. At least with Uruguay and Argentina, Paraguay and Chile, they were all close together and mostly the same cultures. But now it's just a long distance away, and I think you'd be traveling too much in between. So that's my take on it. I think this would win less, but it still has a fair shot. This is going to be our last segment of the day, and we will be talking about the Greece, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia bid. I think this will be a good bid, but about culture and like how far apart these nations are, I'd have to pass because these nations, Africa, Europe, and Asia, are three different continents with three totally different cultures. And I think that's it's kind of unique how one nation gets to share its one culture, and now it's just sharing many different cultures, which some people would say it's a good thing, but I would like to keep it original with maybe a little bit of the same culture, like Paraguay, Chile, and Argentina. So, that's my take on it. Any of these three are plausible. They're both good options. I would take this any second because. But that's our last segment, and I'd just like to say goodbye. So, have a great, wonderful day, and bye.